This great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be between the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for David Montgomery, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The ball carrier.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Nugent. And he's got Miller. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. 5-yard line. On first down, Nugent. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's another. I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Quick pass out to Miller. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Taken down right at.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Operating from the gun, Nugent. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Allen Robinson, 29 yards. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
The kick
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Cardinals nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And some space here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play.
36 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal, so, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football, but you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, Nugent. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
first down, Drake. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, it's Drake. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Arizona.
Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 10, Bears 7. Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with the score Cardinals 10, Bears 7.
Off the play fake. Nugent. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Murray again. This is Drake. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Down.
On 3rd and short, Drake. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Murray, escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. first and goal, Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The object there was to get the ball to him on a quick slant, see if he could get loose and take one the distance. But the defense was prepared, and incompletion results.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it'll bring up third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Nugent. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
2-yard line.
On first and 10, Nugent. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Cohen. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals 16. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Ball carrier, Hassan Reddick in on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Yeah, they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
It's a gain of
23 yards, the final tally.
Cardinal first down.
Here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
First down, Arizona.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running from the shotgun with Dre. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
On the handoff.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
9-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
To Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk, 29 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, Nugent. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
At the 46-yard line.
Throwing on first down, Nugent. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Kickoff for Chicago.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Complete.
Andy Isabella, 82 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Extra point.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Check 50, check 50.
Looking to throw on second down. Nugent. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
That's good.
The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears get a bit closer. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
23 yards on the play. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On first down, it's Drake. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Murray. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Murray on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd and very short, Murray. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 35 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
44-yard line.
Off play action. Nugent. And he completes it to Cohen. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw on second down, Nugent. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have bucked the trend so far. A sterling performance to this point, on the road no less in the wild card round, and they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
Throwing again. Murray going deep for Hopkins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's got this down to the 35. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Nugent. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Working with his 2nd and 4. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That is caught by Cohen. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 21.
Play action. Nugent. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 58, Mike, 58.
Operating from the gun, Nugent. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Drake, the ball carrier. Roquan Smith in on the tackle. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He may try and run for this. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.